So moving on to Nintendo, your predictions, your suggestions. How do you feel about the Switch? You on the Switch? How do you feel about where it is right now, and kind of what you would like to see?
It's way better than I thought it was. When we first covered the Switch, I was very skeptical about its capabilities and the hardware and the games. But now that Labo is out, it's sort of like right up the way that I was. If you look back at our other videos about E3 predictions for Nintendo from last year, I really wanted to see some third-party or extended hardware stuff. But the way that they've come out with Labo, it's sort of an innovative way to add on to your Switch, and it highlighted things about the Switch I didn't even know. Like, I did not know that the Joy-Con had an IR blaster, an IR sensor. You know, the infrared sensor that allows some of those Labo creations to actually work. I didn't know that it even existed in the Joy-Con until I started seeing some of the Labo creations and asking myself, well, how does that work? How does the piano know that the key is lifting? Well, you put the Joy-Con in the back and it reads the barcodes on the back. It's like that IR sensor, that depth sensor on the Joy-Con actually powers some of these Labo creations, and it's sort of opened up my eyes to the versatility of the Switch in a way that I hadn't previously thought of. When it first announced, and some of the early reviews were like, really, 3 hours on a charge? Really, you're going to put Skyrim on it? Really? It's like, well, there's, I was envisioning, extra Joy-Cons with like built-in battery, so that you could get an extended battery or some sort of case with an extended battery. And I'm sure third parties have really thrown their hat in the ring with some of that stuff. But Labo just blew me away. As a kid, that would have been something that would have been right up my alley. Just make it yourself, and you put your Nintendo in it, and you can do all these extended activities with it, and really kind of let your creativity and your imagination sort of come out on that. And I think that it's really sort of grown on me.
Grown on you?
Yeah, sort of like that stray puppy that walks up and you're like, you nasty little bastard, get out of here. And then you're like, okay, I'll give you a bath, and then he starts licking your face, and next thing you know, he's bringing you the paper, and you're like, you know what, you're all right.
I think a lot of people feel that way because, the Switch is still just selling like gangbusters. It's the fastest selling console in U.S. history. Mm-hmm. It's already it's nipping at the heels of the Xbox One as far as units. Yeah, it's cheaper. There's more exclusives on it.
It's unique.
It's unique. So that would be what I would say. Are you just wanting to see more stuff like Labo for it?
Yeah, I think so. I think they should release more Labo creations. They should release new Joy-Con 2.0s maybe. How they had the original Wiimote and then they had the Wiimote Motion Plus. Yeah. Maybe Joy-Cons with extra sensors or something like that would integrate into Labo in more creative ways. But Labo is just the start. I would love to see more hardware mods than these accessories.
I would like to see. Now, I haven't experienced a whole lot of issues that a lot of people experience, but a Switch 2.0, and what I mean by that is maybe it's not hardware-wise, it's not like a huge advance, but a newer model, maybe it's better cooling and fix some of the issues. Like I have had the Joy-Cons desync, before. You know what I mean? Like
make it to where you can't put the Joy-Con on the wrong side and get it stuck.
Yeah, there's that too.
Like the S Pen, Yeah. Just make it tapered so that you can only do one orientation.
Yeah. So I wouldn't mind and of course I love this model, but if they came out with a newer model which had a couple
like a Switch S.
A Switch S, I guess you could say, and it wouldn't have to be a huge. Like I said, you don't even have to advance the hardware. Just fix the little things, like the freaking crack that happens because the plastic and the heat, and like how they have the screw in here. Like people can't see it on here, but there's a crack behind my Switch. I've never dropped my Switch, but there's a crack, and it's because the tension between the screw that's right there and then the heat.
Like a Switch Premium. Like a more refined, maybe an more aluminum part, so like it's heavier, but it's more well built. Because instead of a plastic chassis, maybe some brushed metal.
And it's been a year since you released it, so I'm sure that the parts are cheaper to get now that you put into this thing, and release it for the same price, $300. And then people will, kind of like the 3DS, how they do with the 3DS, how they'll do those incremental,
Yeah, and now it's the new 3DS,
yeah.
And you can't even get the old 3DS anymore.
Yeah, so, and it'll be the new Switch. I would like to see something like that where, show us and also more different color variants with the Joy-Cons and just get very creative. I think that would entice people even more.
Well, there's all kinds of skins you can get, and then they also have pretty good selection of colors from what I understand. They got neon yellow, they got the blue and red, they got the gray.
Yeah. I would like to see even more of that is what I'm saying.
Okay.
Like that, I'm with you on that, doubling down on like all these little accessories. Of course, showing us a blueprint, what are we getting? It's kind of been a little dry since last year. Like we got Mario Odyssey, and we're getting Smash. I think Smash is going to be the fixture. Like it's going to be their
that teaser from a few weeks ago.
Yeah.
That Smash teaser. That sent the internet into an uproar when they had the silhouette of the roster.
Yeah.
And people were cutting and pasting like, who is it? Like, who?
Yeah.
Of course, you're gonna have Mario. You're gonna have some Pokemons.
Yeah. Did you see the it was the Mario Odyssey Mario,
Probably.
and it was
makes
the
sense.
Breath of the Wild Link.
So of course, you're gonna have the hat sling
Yeah.
maneuver.
And then all the different like Link's moveset's probably going to be totally different.
Yeah.
Compared to all the stuff he does in Breath of the Wild. So
That's one of the smartest things that Nintendo got right was the Smash series. Like
Yeah.
you release the same versions of the characters from that generation to fight each other, and then you bring in these third-party titles and
Yeah.
licenses and stuff. And it's just that's always such a huge game for me.
and now it's getting to the point where it's just a showcase of, and they keep it. And what I think another success for the Smash Brothers series is they keep it within the realm of games.
Mhm.
Like I've seen a lot of people going, "We want Goku for Smash." Goku wouldn't fit. He wouldn't fit in Smash.
So that's a big rumor that he's going to be in Smash.
But he's not a video game character.
Dragon Ball, they have a video game.
They have a
series.
video game, but it's a character from outside. Have you noticed that, like, all the main characters, it's mostly Nintendo characters, but you have Sonic there, you have
Snake.
Pac-Man, Snake, you have Mega Man. It's like a showcase of video game characters, and I feel that Goku would not mix well. Maybe it's one of those things where we're like, oh, this is what we want, but
Right.
really, do we really want it?
You're
Would
not
it
going to
really
put.
fit?
Yeah, you're not. The next step is you're going to have the Incredibles in it. Well, the Incredibles had a video game, but they're not video game characters.
Yeah,
So I
I
what
feel
you're
like
saying.
Smash is like that, a showcase and celebration of just video game characters and culture.
Mhm.
Kind of like that's
Yeah.
how it feels to me. And specifically, I don't want to say retro, but like a lot of the levels you fight on will be some old classic levels from various Nintendo games, or if it's like a Sonic character, Green Hill Zone is
Mhm.
Sonic's like world. So I feel like there's a lot of, they hit that nostalgia, button too with it. I think that's what they're gonna end their whole thing on, and they're gonna get a solid date, and maybe even possibly show you the extra DLC. I already have it pre-ordered, paid off.
So what is?
I don't
what
even
are
know
your-
what characters were in it.
What are your predictions? Like, if you give me 3 predictions for video game characters that you want to see in Smash
in Smash?
that haven't been there yet. I mean, maybe variations on old ones, but
Snake, I would like to see Snake return, but I don't think Konami is going to do. I would like to see some Konami characters like Simon Belmont from Castlevania series. We haven't really seen him. Maybe expand on the Capcom characters. Maybe a couple more Mega Man characters in there. I would love to see Resident Evil characters. Could you see Chris Redfield or
Yeah.
Leon Kennedy as characters in there? Because they would fit. I would like to see, let's push it up. Let's start bringing in characters from the PlayStation era, from the GameCube era. I would even, and this will be my 2 big predictions, because Microsoft and Nintendo have been very friendly. You can get the Master Chief kit or the Halo kit for Minecraft on your Nintendo console now.
right.
So you're like sitting there with Halo on
Are
it.
you saying that there's going to be a
I'm
big
saying,
surprise? You think Master Chief is going to
I'm
show up?
thinking, it would be great to see Master Chief show up. It would be awesome. That would be one prediction. That's a lofty prediction, though.
You think so?
Yeah, I don't know if Microsoft would do that, because that's your main character and he's on another system. Sony hasn't even done that. I think Crash. Get with Activision, get Crash in there.
Crash is back now with the
Yeah.
Insane trilogy. It's about to come out on Xbox.
Yeah, on Xbox and Switch. And I think this is important, and Phil Spencer says he would work with Nintendo on this, Banjo-Kazooie. Get them on Smash. That's the big get for them. And the head of Xbox
That's
has-
such a Nintendo aesthetic too. Banjo Kazooie.
Yeah.
Like that seems like something Nintendo would own, but it's not. It's like
No, it's not. Rare created it. That's their game, and Microsoft owns Rare, so
Right.
Microsoft owns it. But the head of Xbox has said, "I would love to work with them on it. I would love to see,
I would love
Banjo
to see. I would
Kazooie."
love to see the move set, just the cooperative,
Yeah,
like the Banjo Kazooie, like the bird comes out of the backpack and that's
Yeah.
like your quick punch or something. That would be cool.
and my other predictions for Nintendo, it's not much. I would like to see kind of more of what's because Nintendo's always the wild card for me. I kind of know what Sony and Microsoft are going to do this year and what games are coming out and which games I want to get for which console. But Nintendo's always that wild card where you won't hear from them, and then they release their direct, and it's just like, bam, here's these 5 games that are all coming out,
Right.
for the rest of the year, and you're like, what? Oh, my wallet hurts. But yeah, I think we're going to get a solid trailer on Metroid Prime 4. It's been a year, so I think we're going to at least get a teaser now that kind of shows you what this game is going to be about and what Samus is up to. And I also think we're going to finally see this Pokemon game.
Yeah, the RPG.
Yeah, the RPG.
Starring Pikachu and Eevee.
Is it Eevee? Yeah, I've heard that, but I think I've also heard that there's going to be like a Red and Blue remake, kind of on the console. Just I would say make it how you've made the handheld Pokemon games. Just take that, put it on a Switch with HD graphics and like a fully
Sure.
3D world, which they kind of already have with the recent Pokemon games. That's what I would like to see. But also I would like to just give us a hard release date for it, because last year they gave us a guy sitting at a table just going, so I'm just sitting here writing, and oh yeah, we're working on a Pokemon game. Remember that?
Yeah,
He was just like at his desk.
Very vague.
It was very vague, and just like, Nintendo, you're so weird.
Yeah.
Just a dude in his office talking about, we're coming out with this for the 3DS, and I don't think this is important. A Pokemon game for Switch? No, people won't be into that. That's kind of how he acted. But I think we're going to get a hard date for that, and I actually think I think that game's either going to come out the end of this year before Smash comes out, or it's going to come out beginning of 2019. That's my prediction.
Either way, my prediction is I will end up buying it because we're
Yeah.
big Pokemon fans. So
Yeah, it's a definite get. And I was going to say, with Nintendo, all their games have been like a definite get. That's what I've really loved about the Switch. When they've announced a game, like a big exclusive game, it's always like, oh, I gotta get it.
Right.
I gotta get it. And you can tell in their attachment rate. Nintendo has the best attachment compared to all the manufacturers.